Writing and the Principles of Universal Design, how faculty can integrate UDL into their writing assignments. Welcome, faculty. Through this video, we will define Universal Design of Learning, or UDL, discuss some of UDL's primary principles, share how the Writing Center promotes UDL through our tutoring services, and offer suggestions for integrating UDL principles into writing assignments.
Let's get started. How is Universal Design of Learning defined? According to Lucchesi, 2015, Universal Design for Learning, or UDL, describes an approach to classroom and pedagogical design that attempts to anticipate and invite the widest possible range of students into full and equal participation. UDL engages the what of learning, the how of learning, and the why of learning, all in the service of foundationally designing a course, assignment, or activity that allows the widest possible range of students to learn. To explore this definition further, what are some of UDL's primary principles? As it seeks to create an equitable and accessible learning environment for students, UDL supports affective learning, which means that a course that promotes UDL will provide multiple means of engagement. When a student understands the how and why of their learning, they are likely to experience a sustained motivation to continue and improve. UDL also supports recognition learning, so it will encourage instructors to provide more methods of presenting information. In addition, UDL supports strategic learning, as it cultivates an environment that provides for a dynamic and flexible learning experience. For example, in a UDL classroom, students would have multiple options for expressing what they learn.
How does the Writing Center promote UDL in the services that we offer? In terms of affective learning, we establish rapport to create trust. A student is more likely to actively engage with feedback and revision processes if they trust that the tutor has their best interest in mind for improving their writing. We also ask questions related to prior writing experiences. This allows for students to draw upon previous learning to develop and better understand their own writing process. In addition, we foster motivation by helping students discover a meaningful purpose and audience for their writing, and we provide options to allow for student-directed topics for the session. We are receptive and respectful of students' feedback, culture, and languages, and we promote a growth mindset. At the Writing Center, we foundationally believe that there are no bad writers, just writers with different levels of experience. Another UDL principle that we promote at the Writing Center is recognition learning. Our tutors are trained to assess a student's skill level and learning style to determine the best way to offer a student feedback. These methods may include Socratic questioning, direct instruction, and modeling. We also use relevant and relatable analogies when explaining writing concepts and structures, and provide resources in a variety of media, including handouts, presentations, hyperlinks to websites, videos, and graphic organizers. This ensures that we are prepared with various options to meet the students' learning needs. Additionally, we promote recognition learning by offering bilingual tutoring sessions and resources, and by offering various modes of tutoring, such as asynchronous, synchronous, and walk-in tutoring, available by appointment due to COVID-19 guidelines. Furthermore, we encourage students to work with multiple tutors to receive different perspectives or more disciplinary-focused feedback. The final UDL principle we promote is strategic learning. We offer our students different ways of expressing their knowledge by assessing a student's individual writing methods, skill, and confidence level, and their learning style. We promote and offer tutoring services specifically for multimodal writing assignments that utilize different genres and media beyond traditionally written texts. We also incorporate visual learning tools such as graphic organizers. Our tutors can assist students with researching new technologies for writing assignments. We also embed opportunities throughout the tutoring session to check for understanding and offer students the ability to share their feedback with the Writing Center for continuous improvement of our services.
Finally, we'd like to offer faculty members some ideas for how you can integrate UDL into your course's writing assignments. Firstly, students' final drafts show more improvement when they have the opportunity to engage with the entire writing process, from idea to final draft. So embedding the writing process into a course's writing assignment is highly recommended. Breaking down that process into smaller steps, such as brainstorming, drafting, revision, editing, and finally submission, can help the professor guide, redirect, or even troubleshoot when students have trouble with one or more parts of the process. Allowing students to engage the process as part of the course's assignment also allows for deeper engagement with course material and a higher likelihood for long-term learning. The Writing Center can work collaboratively with professors to develop a scaffolded schedule for students to request feedback at different stages of the writing process, beginning with brainstorming. Our tutors are trained to help students with all parts of the writing process. Students are not required to have a draft of an assignment prior to requesting a session with us. Secondly, we recommend allowing students opportunities for multimodal or multisensory invention or brainstorming prior to writing assignment submission. According to Dunn and Demers 2002, using multisensory, multimodal responses in addition to conventional written or oral responses can stimulate intellectual connections and insights that might not happen if students are asked to think only in words. Whereas conventional brainstorming methods include outlines, paragraph writing, or rough drafts, multimodal or multisensory brainstorming can include mind maps, visual outlines, experiential videos, video blogs, or micro podcasts, instructor conferences, peer or tutor dialogues, models or prototypes, sketches, or blueprints. These techniques allow students to engage the material in new and different ways, allowing greater flexibility and potential for new and deeper connections. Lastly, we recommend taking an existing writing assignment, perhaps one you've used before, and converting it into a multimodal or multisensory writing project. Traditional writing as the sole means of learning, processing, and presenting information does not always benefit all students equally. According to Dunn and Demers 2002, drafting, rethinking, and revising a text involves synthesizing material and analyzing it. It always involves making rhetorical judgments about intended forum, audience, purpose, ethos, etc. These are practices that can benefit from projects that go beyond traditional writing. Multimodal, multisensory writing projects can include podcasts, videos, web pages, musical compositions, 3D models, or the inclusion of creative writing components. Multimodal or multisensory projects might present more opportunities for peer feedback or collaboration between courses, as well as the possibility for presentation or publication. Presentation or publication creates a more authentic exigency or purpose and can lead to greater motivation for students to create a text that will be delivered to a real audience.
Thank you for watching the Writing Center's video presentation on writing and universal design of learning. To conclude, we'd like to leave you with two important quotations. According to HIT 2012, UDL pushes against a single one-size-fits-all solution, advocating instead for approaches that are flexible, multiple, and adjustable. The principles of UDL, multiple means of representation, actions and expression, and engagement can help expand our teaching, learning, and composing practices. To address writing specifically, Dunn and Demers remind us, universal design helps us imagine writing pedagogies that tap into various people's talents in debate, dialogue, visualization, drawing, and movement, all of which can be used to invent, organize, and revise conventional texts. These quotations get to the heart of UDL and remind us that our goals should always include creating equitable spaces and learning opportunities for all of our students.
Feel free to contact us should you have any additional questions about the Writing Center services or about recommending our tutoring services to your students. We wish you all a good semester and good writing.